I'm Daniel Lee. I am 22 years old, and I graduated from UCSD about 6 months ago now. And coming out of college, I started a company called Hush. Now, about a month ago, we launched Hush on Kickstarter, and we have raised almost $500,000 so far. And we still have 2 weeks left in the campaign. So that's just a little bit of a background about who I am and what Hush is. Just as a brief pitch, we make the world's first smart earplugs. These are earplugs that help people sleep better. It's a new way for people to sleep better in a noisy environment. Now, I guess what I'm just here to talk about today is just a simple fact of how important it is to put yourself out there. And the idea that passion is only born out of exposure, and you can't be passionate about anything if you don't know about anything. So the theory that I kind of live by is you start off in a little bubble. You start off, you're born in a little bubble, and you have no knowledge, you have no passions. You have certain tendencies. You might be more likely to be caring. You might be more likely to be angry. You might be more likely to be enthusiastic. And you have certain, let's say, just characteristics. And you go out of your bubble, and you get exposed to different things. You get exposed to an environment around you. You get exposed to a family. You get exposed to maybe really caring parents or no parents at all. And you just kind of grow, and you have these different things combined with your characteristics to give you and make you into an individual and make you into a person that has certain, you have your own independence and you have your own unique identity. Now, with this unique identity, you go out and you start to be exposed to more things, experiences that start to give you passion. You get exposed to injustices. You get exposed to problems in the world. You get exposed to just things that you get really excited about. Like for me, I was growing up, I started playing soccer. I loved soccer. I started playing basketball. I started to love playing basketball. And I just got passionate about these little things. Unfortunately, I also started getting into video games. Got passionate about video games as well and wasted too much of my time because I was too passionate about that. But so I just constantly went out. And what eventually happened was, I grew up in a family, a pretty traditional Asian family, and that kind of and my mom was a nurse, so that kind of predestined me in a sense to be a doctor. I was going out planning to be a doctor in high school, and luckily what happened was I had to do an internship as a result of the school I was going to, and because I was lazy, I was too busy playing video games, I didn't sign up for anything relevant to being a doctor. I was forced into an engineering internship. And I wasn't a maker or anything of the sort at the time, but I just went to that internship kind of just forced to, and I was exposed to something new. I was exposed to physics. I was exposed to kind of really analyzing and understanding the physical world around me in a new way. And from that, I really breeded real passion. And from there, I started to find out that I loved doing engineering. I loved making things. I loved analyzing things. So that's really quickly how that little bit of exposure, it's very basic, but it just made me completely change an about face to a new passion. It's this passion in making, this passion in engineering. But going into college, I was a bit drawn to still being a professor. Now that I was in engineering, I wanted to be a professor because that was the next thing on the traditional Asian, like, acceptable career paths in a sense. And that's kind of what I was going down. But as I was doing that, I got exposed to some more things. I got exposed to some classes that gave me real world experience in working in a team and creating real devices. We were making robots for the class, and that made me just really passionate about doing things beyond theory, but really applying to the real world and making something. So that's kind of where I once again kind of shifted just as a result of being exposed to a class. I kind of shifted my passions to really wanting to do hands-on engineering. I think what was most interesting, though, was I was kind of going down that path, and I wanted to work at SpaceX. I had an opportunity there. But I actually took an entrepreneurship course during my senior year at UCSD just on a whim. I just decided, hey, what the heck, I'll just do it. It looks easy. What happened then was that's where Hush was born, my company that I'm currently doing now. That's where the idea was stemmed from. And it stemmed from a problem that I was exposed to in college. It's just a simple problem of trying to sleep when you got people yelling in your living room or partying in the hall right next to you, or you got roommates snoring next to you. There's just a lot of things that keep you up at night. And that's kind of, from that stemmed this passion to create a product that could address that could provide a solution for this problem for many of the people that were suffering with that as well. So that's where once again, I just got exposed to this class. Kind of, it's always accidental for me. I just stumble into something and I just get exposed to it and I get passionate about it. And from there, I just kept on taking this idea from this class, and luckily, from that class, we won $2,000 to start building the product. So we built the product, we built a little bit, and I put myself out there. I went to all of these events, and I would be pitching my heart out. I would be pitching the idea to all these different people, and that's where this importance of putting yourself out there really started to come into play in my life. I was exposed, one, to just people responding to my product, people like thinking this was really cool, and that kind of fueled me, and that's kind of the catalytic nature of it, where you expose yourself and you get excited about it, you feed off of other people's excitement, and you just get more and more passionate, and that's kind of and it's a good thing. So that's kind of what I did for a while. Built out this idea and constantly put myself out there. Eventually, I put myself out there and I met an angel investor. And it's through these little things that eventually my company is where it is today. So once again, my life has been a constant theme of putting myself out there and kind of drawing from the excitement of different people responding. So once again, like on Kickstarter, for example, we're on Kickstarter right now, and I am so excited about it just because of all the feedback of excitement that people are giving me on Kickstarter. So that's kind of it's a very basic principle. It's a principle that I live by, and as you guys are here at this Maker Faire, you guys are really putting yourself out there and exposing yourself to different things, and that's, I think, is really critical. So you guys are in a good place. You guys are doing the right thing. And, yeah, thanks for listening.